The Dalgona challenge is one of the most terrifying in Squid Game, but the tasty treat is much more than a terrifying experience. Song Gi-hoon cutting out his umbrella in the Squid Game Dalgona challenge next to an image of a player cutting out a star in their Dalgona. Since its appearance in Squid Game, everyone has been obsessed with Dalgona, a hard sugary candy included in one of the tasks in the famous Netflix series. Dalgona is based on the Korean phrase dalguna, which roughly translates to "it's sweet." The caramelly honeycomb toffee, typically stamped with whimsical forms, is a South Korean street food staple, but it's now gaining international recognitions. While the game, like the candy, may appear simple at first, the contestants quickly find that this popular delicacy is more difficult to extract than it appears, making it one of the most inventive challenges on the route to winning the huge cash prize. There's a lot of intriguing things about the Squid Game candy that's receiving its big break, from its ingredient to how it's presented. In Episode 3, competitors must make an extremely brittle and delicate cookie known as Dalgona Candy without cracking it. Failure to generate a perfect treat results in the player's death in Squid Game. People on TikTok are taking on the challenge for themselves. The film showed posters demonstrating their cookie making and cutting abilities, as well as sharing whether or not they'd live to see another day if they were in a Squid Game. Dalgona, also known as Korean sugar candy or popki, is a traditional Korean confection. If the name seems familiar, it's because Dalgona coffee is named after the dessert. The whipped sugar coffee concoction trended on TikTok in early 2020 as everyone became accustomed to lockdown. Ingredients you need. The original candy has a honeycomb toffee-like consistency and it's created with only 2 ingredients. When it hardens, it becomes fragile and readily cracks, which is why using a cookie cutter to carve out a form like an umbrella or star without disturbing the finicky confections is tricky. When ingested in non-life-threatening situations, the candy appears to be highly pleasurable. Here's how to make one yourself. You probably don't need to go to the grocery store for this one. All you need is baking soda and sugar. Because this is a stove-top delight, gather a pan or ladle, ideally non-stick, as this is a very sticky undertaking. You also need parchment paper, a bowl or cup to serve as a stand, a cookie cutter, a rubber spatula, and something sharp like knife to remove the cookie form. A fun fact for you. According to the Squid Game cast, breaking out the shape is nearly impossible due to the brittle nature of the sugar, but kudos to successfully completing this stressful sequence in the 3rd episode. They learn a few tricks, like the one that Song Gi-hoon uses to release his immensely complicated umbrella in a men's health challenge. 4 members of the Squid Game cast, including Wi Ha-jun, who played Officer Hwang Jun-ho, Kim Jo-young, who played Han Mi-yo, Jung Ho-yeon, who played Jang Se-byok, and Anuptam Tripath, who played Ali Abdul, attempted to count out their shapes while discussing the procedures of filming the Dalgona Challenge episode. Procedure: 1.5 tablespoons sugar, heated in a pan in a low to medium-low heat. Stir when you see sugar melting around the edges. Stir it frequently to ensure that it melts evenly and does not burn. Remove the heat and reduce the temperature if it becomes smoky. Continue doing so until the sugar has completely melted. When it's melted, remove it from the fire for a few seconds to cool before stirring in 3 pinches of baking soda. Stir as vigorously as you can. When it's done, it should bubble out and resemble whipped coffee. Using a rubber spatula, transfer the mixture to a piece of parchment paper. Allow it to cool for 10 seconds before pressing a cup or a bowl against it to level it out. According to TikTok, this is the most difficult aspect because it's so sticky. Quickly stamp it with your cookie cutter and remove it. Allow the entire piece to solidify before poking your cookie out without cracking the interior shape. If you make this sweet, you will survive to see another day and win no prize money. You will, however, receive numerous compliments on TikTok. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Have you tried the Dalgona challenge, or now that you know the recipe, are you going to try it? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.